Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the Morning Mindset. My name is Kerry Green. I hope you're ready to join me in getting our minds aligned with the truth of God. We are doing that currently looking at Psalm chapter 127. So if you're able to take out a Bible and look at these verses with me, that would be great. I want you to see the text in front of you. I want you to read the words yourself, to know that I'm not snowing you, to know that I'm reading what the Word of God says, and that I'm applying it faithfully. It's important that we do that we test the things we hear and make sure they are truly aligned with the Word of God. Psalm chapter 127, we're looking just at verse number 1 because there is so much there for us to glean from the truth of God. Let me read it again. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. The point here is that though we plan, and we should plan, God is the one who brings about success. God is the one who brings about the end result, no matter what it is that we're doing. You see, there's a teaching, an element of God's sovereignty being taught here. God is the one in control, not us. We are free in the sense that God has given us the ability to make plans and to take actions and to bring things about. That's part of how we are created in His image, is with the same kind of creativity and initiative that He has. But we are not the final say in anything. Think about that for a moment. Think about that in light of who you are as a creature of God, one who He has created. By default, He is the creator. He's not the one who is subject to our whims and our decisions and our plans. No, my friends, it's the other way around. We are subject to His whims and His plans. God is the one in control. That is the point of verse 1 of chapter 127. You could flip this around and say it kind of in the opposite. If the Lord builds the house, no one is going to thwart Him. If the Lord is watching over a city, no one will bring that city into a place of endangerment. Do you see? God is the one who is to be relied upon. And so what's the lesson for us? Well, the lesson is that we should be pursuing His plans, His strength, His wisdom, in all of the things that we pursue. You see, we are servants of His. We are stewards of the things that He has given us. And a steward, by definition, is one who is managing on behalf of another, of one who is greater. You see, we are stewarding these lives that God has given us for His glory and for the good of others. So when we build our houses, so to speak, or we watch over our cities, the responsibilities, the plans that He's given to us, we are to do so in accordance with His will. We are to do so in His strength. We are to do so with the wisdom that He supplies. And all of that strongly infers that we are depending on Him for those things. We are seeking Him for those things. And as we said in yesterday's episode, we need to be seeking the Lord in everything. My friends, take a moment just to assess your own life. Is your first response to say, Lord, what should I do in this situation as stressful things arise in life or some kind of a decision comes across your radar? Or do you jump into autopilot mode and just go into decision-making mode on your own? I have to confess that just the way I was raised to be an independent, free-thinking person, I tend to do the latter of those two. I've had to cultivate a habit and a discipline of pausing, taking a breath, and asking God to guide me in the decision. You see, it's a very subtle switch, but it's a vital one, to turn our hearts to the Lord rather than to our own resources and initiative. Thank you for joining me on The Morning Mindset. Do you know a friend who could benefit from what you're hearing? Please tell them about The Morning Mindset and join me again tomorrow.